Hi, this is Michele Kuglitsch, and welcome to WorkOut San Diego. Now I'm sitting here at the beautiful Tidelands Park here in Coronado. We are joined today by Amanda de Koning. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Now today we are learning a little bit of yoga, is that correct?
Correct.
Now Amanda is not only a yoga instructor but also a life coach.
Right, I am a certified personal trainer.
So can you give me a little bit of background information on how you got into yoga and personal training?
Absolutely. So I had a bookkeeping company. I've done bookkeeping about 10 years, and I was really fed up with sitting in an office all day, and I had to kind of take a look at my life and see what really excites me, and it was my training, my working out, my yoga, my running, being outdoors, being with people, and inspiring women. And so I literally in one day made a decision to switch. I left all my bookkeeping and I started research. I got my personal training cert and just hit the ground running, and I wouldn't turn back for the world.
Now why yoga in particular?
I'm actually a very active person. I always shunned yoga thinking it was too mellow for me, and I just couldn't get into that space, and I finally told myself I had to try it once. And I fell in love. It really connects you, and it just changes your day. And it also helped everything else I did in fitness, the flexibility, the mindset, and just how I felt overall. So that's really, I just connect with it, and I think it's a really powerful tool for everyone.
So Soar, this is mainly with women, is that correct?
Correct. Mainly women. I like to focus on moms. I myself am a mom of two little boys, 3 and 4 years old, and so I know the struggles. I know how it is to feel, to look in the mirror, to feel like your body's ruined, to see those 10, 20 extra pounds and just think like, oh my gosh, if I could just get back to pre-baby, but also balancing the time with the kids and work and dinner and laundry and everything. And so I know how it is, and I know the struggles, and I really want to help teach people, women, that you can look amazing, you can get back, you can be healthy, and you can live a balanced life.
So not only the personal training sessions, you incorporate the yoga, and then with the life coach, you speak with them on the phone weekly, is that correct?
It depends. We have a couple different programs. Usually they're a little bit bi-weekly, some are monthly, but yes, we do touch base, and when I do work with my clients, I encourage them to reach out to me. Let me know how you're doing. I reach out to you and just keep you motivated and just inspired, pushing forward. It is hard. It's a hard journey. It's not easy, and it's very helpful when someone's there to guide you and push you and really encourage you that you are on the right path and you are doing what's best for you.
So living in San Diego, California even, you run into a lot of entrepreneurial women, and they have these certain standards they need to uphold. Do you run into a lot of issues with, obviously that's a majority of your clients?
Yes, definitely. I have lots of women that approach me, and they just they need to be a certain image to almost sell their business. San Diego in particular is really health conscious. We're making a huge shift. People are wanting to be healthier and green and active, and it's great. And a lot of women, and we're having a lot of these businesses start up with these principles. And in order to sell a lot of them, you kind of have to look the role. So it is a big issue, and a lot of women are seeking out that help. Like, how do I look the image to portray my business correctly? And it is a big part of it. I've seen huge transformation.
What types of advice do you give them?
Get started. But it isn't, to be honest, it's not easy. I tell everyone it's not easy, and it doesn't get easier. When it does get easier, we're going to up the ante, and it's just going to get harder again. But you just have to be in that mindset that it's what's best for you, and it doesn't have to take a lot. A lot of people think fitness, you have to be in the gym 2-3 hours a day and all this cardio, and it's daunting and overwhelming, and it really doesn't have to be that. A lot of people can just do 20-30 minutes and just get your heart rate up, and that's really all you need. Is just, a lot of people just need to get moving more than walking on a regular daily basis.
20-30 minutes a day is what typically you suggest, even yoga.
Bottom line, that's minimum. Yeah, I do an hour a day, think to start, 20-30 minutes, get your heart rate up. I mean, get a good sweat going, and that'll give you a ground level starting base. Yes, definitely.
Okay, can you show us a little bit on what you teach your clients here on the mat?
Sure. Do you want some yoga or a little bit of a mix?
Let's do a mix. We gotta switch it up.
You have to keep it fun and exciting. That's kind of my other rule of thumb is don't pigeonhole yourself in one thing. Don't just do the treadmill. Don't just do the bike. So kind of mix it up. See what you like. And really, that's a lot of my philosophy is teaching and incorporating into a program what you like. If you don't like doing it, you're not going to, and it's never going to work for you. So it's really a customized plan. So you can thrive. That's what we want. That's what you want.
And you can meet anyone out here at Tidelands Park whenever they choose.
Absolutely. It's beautiful. Why wouldn't you?
Well, let's hit the mats.
Yes.
And we are back on the mats now. Thank you for bringing an extra mat from the mat.
Definitely.
Let's turn it over.
All right. So we are going to start here on our knees. We're just going to put your big toes together. Your knees out, and we're going to stretch down right into child's pose to kind of stretch out. You get a nice deep stretch in, hips back, head down, stretch your hands out as far as you can. Nice. And we're going to hold it for just a few breaths. Dig in there, push your chest into the ground, loosen up those hips, relax. Come up slowly to our hands and our knees. We're going to do a mix like we were saying, so we're going to kind of go yoga to some working out here, get a little bit of a mix going on. Hands flat, knees up. And we're going to left leg up, right arm out, and stretch. Get a nice long stretch, really tight, knee to elbow. Nice. Together. Nice. So we're going to put that right hand down, that left leg is up, and we're just going to go into some push-ups here. We're going to do 5 of those. A little bit of an all-body workout here. We're working our legs, our core, our chest, our shoulders. Let's do one more. Nice. We can put that leg down, and we're going to do the other side. So right leg up, left leg arm out, and we're going to crunch in tight, curl in, stretch, and tuck. We're going to put our hand down and our leg up, and we're going to do our push-ups again. Nice. Right. Knee down. Come back up. We can actually hop up into a downward dog here. Stretch it out. Now, for those individuals that do not know downward dog, what is this stretch? So this is going to stretch all through the back of your legs, your back, your shoulders, your arms. She's got good form. Her feet are flat, touching the ground. Her heels are on the ground, and they're closer. You can widen them. If you can't do that, most people are not able to put their feet flat on the ground initially. You can widen your stance, and you should feel a very strong pull through the back and your shoulders and your arms. It's just a really nice stretch. You can come up, and we can kind of just go through a flow really quick. So toes together on the mat, deep breath in, and I like to stretch at the very top. Put your hands together and kind of pull up. And let's tip it to the left and get a good stretch over there. You should feel that all all through your side. And back at the top, a little pull up and to the right. Nice. And back up at the top. And let's bend it back a little bit. You don't have to go far for this. Just a little stretch. You want to be pulling your hands up towards the sky and breathing core tight. Nice. And we're going to bend it all the way down. Breathing out. And you can place your feet on, or your hands on the ground behind your ankles and kind of pull yourself in towards your knees if you can. And just hang and relax. Maybe look side to side with your head, up and down. Get a good stretch right there. You can place your hands on the mat, bend your knees. You can jump or walk your feet back. Jump my feet back, all the way back. And you can just push down. We're going to go down, hands close. We're going to tip up to upward dog. You should feel a good stretch in your low back here. Your arms, you want to keep your shoulders back. A lot of people tend to do this. You want to lift. They call this doing the turtle head. You want to get your head out of your turtle shell. Push it down. And we can go back up in the downward dog. And we are going to lift our left leg up and step it through in between your hands. This is a nice lunge. We're going to stretch our piriformis, quads, everything. It's good. We can come right up and place our foot back down. And we can go into warrior two, where we're slightly bent into our front knee. And let's shift our weight, our arms and our weight back, and just tip it back. Get that nice stretch. You can always, if it's too much on your quads, your knees, you can straighten that front leg. Takes a little pressure off. You can go back into it whenever you want. Get that nice stretch. We can come back out, arms up. You're going to move forward, shift your body forward, stretch that arm as far as it'll reach. Drop it down right next to your foot. You're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. Look up to your fingertips and open up your chest. Just hold, breathe. What pose is this? This is a modified warrior two. Kind of in a almost halfway position. So we're going to come back up out of that, arms up, just put them up. And we're going to kind of go back the way we came. So we're going to, bend down, arms down, into our lunge, twisting foot. Step this left leg back. And we're going to kind of flow back through. So we're going to push down, up to our upward dog. And up to our down. Get a good stretch there really quick. Push down through those shoulders and hands. And we're going to lift our right leg up. Always repeating the same thing on both sides. Step through between your hands. Nice lunge here. Get a good stretch. Open up our hip flexors. We're going to come up into our warrior two. Place your foot down. Bend the knee. Here. We're going to swim back and stretch. You can rest that back arm on your calf if you want. Side. Stretch into it. And back forward. And let's reach as far as we can forward. And down to the inside of your foot with your hand. And reach up. Look into your hand. open up that chest. Nice. We're going to come back up to our warrior two. We're going to kind of reverse back the way we came, hands down, foot back. We're going to down, flow up. And back into our downward dog. Kind of walk feet back up. We're going to still be down. We're going to lift up with our breath, one vertebrae at a time, kind of unfolding our back. So roll up slowly. This is really important to roll up slowly. And do everything in a very slow, controlled manner. Yes. So we can take one more deep breath in. We can take it, stretch at the top if you want. Back out. How do you feel?
It feels really good.
It does.
It feels really good. I like the variety and the incorporation of the working out with the yoga. It's not too intense. It's something they can start out with, and they can always incorporate more and more
Right, I
of
do.
the strength.
Absolutely. So I like to incorporate yoga and stretching. I think it's really important. You can't do the other workouts. You can't be as active and physical without the stretching component. I learned you get really tight. A lot of us sit a lot for work, or hip flexors, or back, or thighs. Everything gets just tight. We're on our phones, we're on our computer, our shoulders, our traps, everything goes tight and up. And so just that release and bringing it back and stretching makes a world of difference.
So now, with the injuries previously that your clients have, do you help incorporate that into the workouts? For instance, if they have a bad back, bad knees?
Right, so we always meet initially and we find out, you know, what's working for you, what's not, and kind of what's going on, what's your background, and how can we help you. We really want to customize the plan to that person. Every person is different and every person's needs are different. So if you have a bad back, we need to address that. If you have tight shoulders, we need to address that. So really working with people and learning. And people don't know a lot of things that are, quote, wrong with them until we start working. And seeing where, you know, oh, that shoulder's tight, so let's do a little bit of more stretching on that and opening it up, and then they find that, wow, my back pain is relieved, or this area doesn't hurt anymore, you know, so things can affect a lot more than you think.
So after the yoga sessions, how do you work with your clients? You will direct them on an eating schedule that is appropriate, and a workout regimen, and check in on them bi-weekly or monthly.
Right. So yeah, like I said, everyone's plan is pretty much customized towards them. But I do work with my clients one-on-one, and I set up a plan for them. So when we're not training, they know what they should be doing. They have workouts to do. They feel comfortable and confident that they can do those things when I'm not there, or they can get on a machine and do that for a little bit. And we set them up for success, really, and telling them, you know, and then as well as the accountability and just checking in. Hey, how's it going? It makes a world of difference some days. It really does.
The accessibility. Speaking of, how do we get a hold of you?
Oh, yes. My website is www.core2soar.com. That's CORETOSOAR.com. I have a Facebook, Core to Soar, or feel free to email me. It is info@core2soar.com, info@CORETOSOAR.com.
Well, thank you so much, Amanda. The yoga was awesome.
Thank you.
I feel
so
amazing,
fun.
and what a great day.
It's beautiful. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for stopping by. WorkOut San Diego. This is Michele Kuglitsch.